My name's Mike Dobert. I own a company called HR and Alignment, and we provide strategic HR consulting solutions. We focus with helping clients both on the compliance side, making sure handbooks and job descriptions and who's exempt, non-exempt, and navigating all those labor laws, but also the strategic side of making sure that when we look at an organizational goals or an organization's goals, that really the efforts of those employees line up through compensation design, performance management, and a lot of the things that I had in my experience in the corporate world now bringing out to that small and mid-sized business. I met Glenn when I was leaving the corporate world and taking that jump in the water at a networking group. It was a small networking group of other business owners, and that's where I met Glenn. He was one of the first people I met, and a very thankful introduction when I look back because he was been a key to my success. Very honestly, and Glenn and I spoke about this, but financially, the rates associated with the growth coach are very reasonable, and the value you get in hindsight are tremendous, and there's a return on investment there. But at the time, when you're transitioning from being in the corporate world, if you will, or at least that was my situation, and going into business for yourself and not taking out a loan and really kind of being very thoughtful, some of the things we talked about, such as business planning, I've had my background in the corporate world. But I also thought there was some great benefit to Glenn's program. It was just hard making that initial investment that early on as I was starting my business. But as it turned out, it was the right move. What I perceived would be the value for me in the growth coach, and particularly Glenn Smith as a business coach, is what I realized. And what it really came down to was coming out, like many business owners, with a strong skill set in a functional area, wanting to leverage that as a service or product. But it's that transition. And even though I didn't necessarily have the clarity of what that meant at the time, now when I look back, that was the absolute key to my success, was transitioning from working in that corporate world to leveraging my services in the marketplace and understanding how to market those, how to get out and network, and a lot of those things that maybe weren't my strengths. Glenn is always available to you as a person, that one-on-one coaching, and as a person, not just that business coach. And so I think there's a lot more value that brings in itself. But the quarterly meetings, when you sat down with the other business owners, and not only be able to share your challenges, your successes, getting feedback, but the simple exercise of being in almost that roundtable environment and listening to another business owner and helping troubleshoot or share ideas for them or celebrate their successes helps make you more well-rounded. So it was that interaction. What I saw as a result was interesting when we set our first goals, and I was very much conservative in the sense of not failing to be optimistic, but conservative in the sense that, well, here's where I'm starting income-wise and client-wise and so forth, and here's where I want to get. And really finding out with focusing on the core elements that Glenn shared with you to build a successful business and to work on your business, not always just in your business, I was able to exceed those milestones. And to somebody else, maybe not significant milestones, but to me, very significant and overreaching my goals, both as a business owner, but also on that personal level. Because what Glenn does is he helps you bring focus on your overall health and how you're balanced with your business, how are you enjoying your life, and those other areas, kind of that wheel of life. And so I think Glenn's focus overall brings those things together and brings great satisfaction to his programs. When I look back, and when you're starting your business, every dollar counts, as does now, but it was the most worthwhile investment. And I think that there's absolutely no hesitation in my mind that I did the absolute right thing, and combined with hard work, as with any business owner, having the right mentor and that right advisor really makes a difference. And I think the number one thing is to always remain humble and know that you don't know everything. And you can always gain some knowledge from somebody else. And Glenn Smith's the guy to do it from.